The Patriotic Alliance made its way to the Western Cape, Cape Town, Athlone Stadium, where they hosted their victory rally, and hundreds and thousands of patriots showed up to show their support for Gayton Mckenzie. Well, when Gayton Mckenzie speaks, you can be assured that there's two things that he's going to cover. One thing will always be the high crime rate in South Africa and in colored communities. The second thing, he will continue to speak about foreigners, putting most of the blame on the foreign nations. Now, the DA has had sleepless nights, chest pains, and headaches about the PA because it's even managing to win some wards in the Western Cape. Let's speak about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
In order for you to understand what is the main thing I want to say here today, but I want to get the manifesto. I want to get past the manifesto. Number one, unapologetically, we are the only party in South Africa that stands for God must come back into our schools, into our workplace, into our everyday life. We are unashamed. We are the children of God. We are unashamed to say that we believe in God and there's no unity if God is not in the middle of it. Patriots, you should never be shy to admit that you are a child of God. South Africa needs God. We are a God-fearing party. We put God first and politics second. The problem is the ANC put politics first and God number 10.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I am your host, King 053 Mr. Easy Imali Eninginding, and we back at it again with another one. And this time around, we go to the Western Cape, Athlone, where the Patriotic Alliance hosted their victory rally. I'm very impressed with the organization of the party this time around. You know, they failed dismally in Soweto, almost an empty stadium there. But this time around, they managed to do better. You know, you learn from your mistake and you organize better, and you could see this time around. And we did say the Patriotic Alliance would be better to organize their rallies and everything in colored areas, so to say. They are better in those areas anyway. It was a big risk going to Orlando. It was uncalculated move on their ends. But this time around at Athlone, they did a fantastic job. I have to say that before saying anything else. I have to give the Patriotic Alliance my salute for showing up, driving from all around the country to be there and fill that stadium. It was a job well done for them. Now, Gayton Mckenzie is that type of a character where he speaks he will get your attention when he speaks. Not necessarily because he's a politician. I have not yet marked him as a politician, but he's a businessman who understands how things work, and he thinks he can transfer that with Kenny Kunene into the politics world. We are waiting to see if that's possible. You know, his reign in the Central Karoo, Beaufort West, how he did that side as the mayor, and the swimming pool story, the businesses that opened and closed, all of those stuff is recorded. I'm not going to be repeating that stuff. I just want to hear quickly what Gayton Mckenzie says about crime, what he said to his people. In fact, I will play a little bit of the rally, but his speech. But I will let me play an interview that he did with, I believe, with ENCA. Is it ENCA? No, Newsroom Africa, and what he said there when he was asked about crime.
Gayton, you speak about getting rid of crime, drugs to be specific, particularly in colored communities. However, many experts have said that the reason that we see crime escalation or violent crime escalation is due to social ills. How are you going to look at ridding crime? I mean, you didn't speak about the social ills.
All right. You know, crime is not a policing issue only. Crime has got many facets to it. There's many reasons why people commit crime. One of the things that we have learned from Bukele, he is the president of El Salvador. He has the very same problems we have in this country. He had the very same death every day in El Salvador. They would shoot 40 people per day dead. And Bukele, today is the second safest country in the world. He locked them up, he gave opportunities, and we're just going to follow his playbook. We're going to create opportunities. Nothing stops a bullet like a job.
Ladies and gentlemen, crime is a problem in South Africa. I don't want to lie to you guys. We saw that 5-year-old boy that was shot in Soshanguve, and having a 5-year-old child myself. I can't imagine what that family is going through right now. So much potential, so many dreams that you have for your children, only to end up to see your child being shot at while people are hijacking your car. So yes, Gayton Mckenzie is correct in quoting Bukele of El Salvador. We know him. I think in 2019 he introduced the territorial control plan, where the crime there was crazy. The gangsterism in El Salvador is crazy. It's crazy, and he managed to cut the crime rate by 50%. I think it was something like 38 people killed every 100,000 people. For every 100,000 people, 38 people killed, and then he cut it down to 2.4, making his country one of the most safest countries in the world. And also, gangsterism resurfaced again, I think in 2021, where he introduced another plan of national crackdown on gangsterism, and that plan also worked because there was a weekend where about 80 something people were killed over a weekend there in El Salvador. So yes, you can say you can learn from him. Definitely some tactics will work, but they are nowhere close to the murder rate in South Africa. I mean, South Africa, we do 80 murders a day, not on a weekend, a day, every day. So ours is at a little bit at a higher scale than El Salvador. So yes, Gayton, for a person coming from prison, coming from gangsterism, I think you will have a better idea in how to deal with gangsters. This thing of if you kill someone, I will kill you, it does not work like that. There's different reasons why a person might end up murdering someone, like self-defense, but also the scenarios in place have to be accounted for and considered before re-implementing the death penalty. I'm one of those people who are against the death penalty because I believe the death penalty will affect only blacks and colored people, because predominantly the poor people will resort for crime. Where the empty belly is, the mind follows to blunder. So for me, it's for me what he said after, to say there's no better thing to stop a bullet than a job. I think that is a very good thing from the Patriotic Alliance to say. Many political parties are speaking the same language to say jobs, jobs, jobs. And I'm telling you, the political party that can create a lot of jobs will take down the crime rate in South Africa. And again, we need to clamp down on our prisons, man. Do I have that video of how people are living in prison. Guys, our prisoners are living a soft life, guys. Yes, I do. I'll play it. Our prisoners are losing. It's a holiday, the way our prisoners are living. And I said, I, I've repeated it so many times. A cell must not be big enough for someone to be able to stand up. You must just crouch in that cell. This thing of TVs, cell phones, Tabo Besta, scamming people money from within the prison and all of that. This nonsense must stop, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, let's listen to what Gayton Mckenzie has to say about Palestine and Israel.
Outside, when you arrived, there were pro-Palestine supporters. A couple of weeks ago, you were part of a panel discussion on crime in Hanover Park. You ruffled a lot of feathers. Outside, you saw the protest who said that you are antagonizing them. Earlier on, you apologized to the Muslims in the Patriotic Alliance. Talk to us about you doubling down on some of the things that you've said in the past.
No, I'm not doubling down. The Muslims that are here were insulted outside. I got the message when they came here. They were insulted by the very same Muslim brothers. So I apologize for the ordeal that they go through. So when I stopped, they were standing there and swearing my mother and whatever. So I went. I said, what's your problem? You see, they bully people, man. They bully people, and you're not going to get that right with me. They bullies. If you are unhappy about something, go and pick it on your own. There's not a Muslim that will tell me not to follow what the Bible tells me. Never. Not me. My Bible says, if you curse Israel, you curse yourself. I'm not this pub Christians. They can look for another Christian, not me. I don't get bullied, and I don't bully people. So if they want to come here and swear my mother, you also as a mother. So I'm not going to be hiding. We are not the Jewish old woman that they must handle like this when here in the square. I'm not those women. You touch me, I touch you. It buys a knee. And the Muslims that are still standing by me, they understand that I've got nothing against Palestine, but I'm not going to say from the river to the sea. We are not even free yet here, but you want to free Palestine. We don't even have electricity. There's more electricity in Palestine than here. No, man, people just want to be nice and politically correct. Don't vote for me then. I'm not that type. I will never come here. All of a sudden, Jewish people must be my enemy. For what? In the struggle, Jewish people was with us. Now today, we must be told Jewish people are the devil. What devil? A death is a death. We cry for Palestinian children. We cry for Israeli children. But I can't tell him what. He mustn't listen to Prophet Muhammad. Why is he telling me not to listen to God?
Now, when we speak about Israel and Palestine, the reason why the DA is going to lose a lot of votes in the Western Cape is because of their stance with this Palestine and Israel genocide war that is going on that side. A lot of colored people, Indian people, are Muslims, and they take it very offensive for the DA to not allow them to protest freely in their province, not allow them to wave the flag of Palestine and all of those things. The DA is saying no, because the DA is saying, no, listen, we are, let me say, Christian-dominated party, so we will fall on the side of Israel. And because Israel is being seen to do what the apartheid government did to black people, so they follow them. If I was the PA, I would have taken a different approach in terms of trying to win some of those people over, because those people are going to go to the ANC because of how the ANC, their stance with the war. They're going to go to the EFF because of the stance of the EFF regarding the war. And the PA is not doing a good job. You can't tell people, if you don't want to vote for me, don't vote for me. It's elections time. That's why I say Gayton is not actually a politician. You can't be emotional with this type of things. You need to think on what you're saying, how it's going to impact and affect your political party. So for me, what he said, it's not quite clever what he said. Do your religious beliefs, quote scriptures to us that are not there. If you curse Israel, you curse yourself. Which scripture are we talking about here? Someone can someone post that scripture in the chat, so we can know what you guys are talking about? Because the last time I checked, when Jacob's name was changed to Israel, um, God was speaking to Jacob, who was becoming Israel, not Israel the place. So I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me. My knowledge of the Bible might be limited in this subject. So you guys tell us on the comment section, my Christian brothers and sisters. I am a Christian myself. Where in the Bible I actually should have googled it before I shot this video. But anyway, because of the knowledge that I have, I know that God was speaking to Jacob, whose name was changing to Israel, and many nations will come out of him. So not Israel the place. So you guys will tell me. You guys will tell me. Let me see. Did I cover everything there? Yeah, so for me, like I said, the strategy of how you speak to people, Gayton, is very important. It's very important. Next time, address the Israel and Palestine thing. I'm a Christian. Muslim can't tell me what to do. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Calm down. Express what you want to express in a good tone, from a place of respect, not a place of arrogancy or wanting to fight back. And just say, there's Islamic people, Muslim, that are very emotionally attached to what is going on in Palestine. I understand that they might be feeling otherwise. So we are here to pray for them. We are here to pray for the war. We are here to seek for peace, as we also in our country want peace for our people, because our children are getting killed here. Don't say the death is the same anywhere. You are insensitive of what is happening there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not even coming from a pan-Africanist point of view of saying let's focus on what African dads are doing to Africa. He's more of a South I feel sorry for people who follow Gayton, because he's a very emotional person, and emotions are going to get him in trouble in politics. Anyway, let's hear what he says about foreigners. Gayton will always say something about our Zimbabwean brothers and sisters. Oh my goodness. Gayton.
If you hate the person, but any death is very regrettable. Al is het nie jou chomie nie. Al is het jou vyand. Maar die dood van 'n persoon is altyd 'n ongelukkige gebeurtenis. So I came here to say to you, we are extremely sorry for the people that lost their lives in George, where the building collapsed, and we are very sorry, and we pray for their families. We think there's more than 100 people dead. They don't know how many people are dead because they took them off the street. They walked them past our own children. Our children was giving them CVs. They put that CVs in the bin, and they went to the street to go and hire illegal foreigners. God said, don't touch the anointed. God said, don't touch the anointed. I'm here to tell you that if you look at the George massacre, everything that's wrong, everything the PA is talking about is laying in that rubble. The problems of illegal immigration is displaying itself right now in George municipality, where they don't hire South Africans. They are hiring illegal foreigners. They are hiring illegal foreigners. I came here today to tell you, no matter who says what, you can call me xenophobic, you can call me insensitive, but I'm here for South Africans first. I stand for South Africans before I stand for any other nation on earth. So I'm saying to you today, when we take over on the 30th of May, on the 31st or the 1st of June, all the illegal foreigners. Abba! 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 They are going home unapologetically. They are selling drugs here. They are working as cheap labor. They are not unionized. They don't pay tax. They're selling old, outdated food. They're making poisonous food in their tuck shops. They're selling us toilet water. They make.
When it comes to the George building collapsing and killing our African people, I have made a video. I said it many times, and Gayton is proving exactly my point because of what he's saying there. Gayton is slimmer, man. Gayton imbungulu, man. You know, when it comes to when you want to touch my African brothers and sisters, you make me personally angry as a Pan-Africanism. But anyway, let's try to be rational in our reasoning when it comes to this. I said it, and I'm repeating it again. If the building that collapsed happened anywhere else in the country except for Western Cape, you guys will be fight. I'm talking about you. When I say you guys, I say black people. You guys will be wanting the black contractor. You'll be fighting the ANC. You'll be fighting everyone who was involved. The municipality. How did they pass that? The building plans. Who the architects? You'll be fighting everyone because they are black. Now in George, because it's the Western Cape and it's the white people, none of you are concerned about who the contractor was. No, people are underneath the rebel. Let's be sensitive. We'll talk about that. Let's not try to politicize everything because it suits the white narrative. Our black people are quiet. Now you do find idiots like Gayton Mckenzie, pure evil-hearted people who claim that they are Christians, but in their hearts, you see, God comes with mercy. God comes with second chance. But when it comes to our African brothers and sisters, let's switch off the oxygen machine. But God loves them all. But let me switch off the oxygen machine. Now he's coming to say our African brothers and sisters are the ones that build that building that collapsed. Okay, let's say it's true. They were part of some of the workers that were there because they are very skilled workers with their head. Did they buy the material? Come on, Gayton. Did they buy the bricks? Did they buy the cement? Did they cut corners? What did they do, Gayton? For now, you are blaming the deaths of all of these people into the hands of our African brothers, taking the blame away from white monopoly capitalists. It's a white man who owned that construction company that killed our brothers and sisters. Today, you want to blame. This is exactly why I cannot respect Gayton Mckenzie. Too much anger for our African brothers and sisters. Too much anger. And colored people, most of them, I've heard this from African people, black people who are in the Patriotic Alliance, to say they have seen racism in colored people. Colored people even discriminate against each other depending on the skin tone and the hair. There was a lady that they have suspended in the Patriotic Alliance for calling another member a kafir. They suspended her, and what did Gayton do? Bring her back in and say everyone makes mistakes. No, it's not everyone make mistakes. We know in their corners, colored people don't consider themselves as blacks, so they call us with the K word. We know. We stay in colored areas. I mean, for me, I've been in color. I went to school in colored areas, in Esteres, PS4E. I've been in schools where 90% of the people are colored. 90% of the teachers and the children colored, and you find a small percentage of us black people there. Understand? So I know how coloreds feel about black people. honestly, the way they feel. That's why, if on all the languages they could have spoken in South Africa, they speak the white language, Afrikaans. They consider themselves Afrikaners. But when you speak about Afrikaners, then they change. No, actually, we are Khoi. Actually, we are Nama. Actually, we are the San people. We are the original people. They don't want to acknowledge their black heritage. They don't want to acknowledge their black gene inside them. They're looking like a person like Gayton Mckenzie, coming from a womb of a Sotho woman, will not consider himself Sotho. Ever. No, he's colored. He's colored. You understand what I'm saying? Because in the Pan Africanism world, we say one drop of black makes you black, because that's how strong our gene is. But anyways, you guys will tell me. I'm not disappointed in Gayton blaming our African brothers and sisters. It's normal. That's what Gayton Mckenzie does and Kenny Kunene do. That's what they do. If you are a Patriotic Alliance follower and in your head you blame the falling of that building on foreign people, you need to examine yourself, man. Spiritually, mentally, you need to examine yourself as to why don't you question what your leaders are saying. Just okay. Anyway, thank you so much for subscribing. Everyone who's enjoying the content, if you truly enjoying the content, click the subscribe button. We've got more that is coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting closer and closer to the elections. Konto Wesizwe, Jabulano Kumalo still kicking his last kick of a dying horse. The ANC doing big events in Limpopo, the DA having some events here and there. It's crazy. It's building up there. EFF forever busy. Forever. EFF is working. These people are gonna need a holiday after these elections. They're gonna need a holiday, I'm telling you. But anyway, if you want to follow our sister channel, African Mojolo with King, make sure that you click subscribe button there. Thank you so much for those who have subscribed last time. Thank you so much. It's a new channel, growing. We're a month old or something like that. So let's grow together that side also. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.